Dear friends, welcome to Bond with Chemistry YouTube channel. In this video, I will explain the previous year questions which are appeared in HCU PG Entrance Examination from the lesson Reagents of Organic Chemistry from the year 2016 to 2020. The major product formed in the following reaction is: first, there is a hydroboration. In hydroboration, there is the addition of hydrogen and BH2 group to the alkene. Here, hydrogen gets a partial negative charge and the boron gets a partial positive charge. If you take alkene, here there is a participation of lone pair of electrons in resonance, and so this carbon gets a partial negative charge and this carbon gets partial positive charge. So the positive end adds to the this carbon and the negative end adds to this carbon. So there is a formation of this is the compound you will get. Here there is a BH2 and here there is a hydrogen. When you treat with OH minus in presence of hydrogen peroxide, there is a hydroxylation. So there is a removal of BH2 and there is a substitution of OH and you will get this product. The most appropriate reagent required for the conversion of cyclohexene to benzene. Okay, here there is a conversion of cyclohexene to benzene. You have to remove 4 hydrogens in order to convert cyclohexene into benzene. The DDQ, this is a reagent which is used for the removal of 2 hydrogens or 4 hydrogens from the cyclic molecules, and there is an aromatization of cyclic molecules. DDQ means it's a dichloro. This is a structure. It's a 2,3-dichloro 5,6-dicyanoquinone. Okay, this reagent is used in the removal of hydrogens from the organic molecule. So when you use GDQ, there is a removal of 4 hydrogens and there is an aromatization of cyclohexene. This is the best reagent for the conversion of cyclohexene into benzene. The reactions that produce benzoic acids are, let's take this one, first one. This is the PHBr. When you treat with magnesium, there is a formation of Grignard reagent, PHMgBr. And when you treat with CO2, there is a formation of PHCO minus. Upon treating with acid, you will get a COOH. So there is a formation of benzoic acid. And in the second case, when you treat with PHC double bond O and the CH3, when you treat with Cl2, in acidic condition, there is a chlorination. Simply there is a chlorination at CH3. So there is a formation of CH2Cl. But if you change acidic condition to basic condition, if you change in place of HCl, if you take OH minus, then there is a haloform reaction and there is a formation of acetate. But here the condition is acidic, so there is no formation of benzoic acid. Here the pH styrene, this is a styrene molecule. When you treat with KMnO4 in presence of OH minus, after acidic treatment, this one will be converted into benzoic acid, PHCOOH. Okay. When there is a hydrogen at this position, the whole group will be converted into COOH. And here also there is a hydrogen, so this whole group will be converted into COOH and there is a formation of benzoic acid. So among 4 reactions, the first one, third one and fourth one will give benzoic acid. So this is the correct option. Identify the products X and Y in the following synthetic scale. Here the 2 bases are given. This one is a less bulky base. Methoxide is a less bulky base and lithium diisopropyl amide is a bulky base. The less bulky base abstract proton from this carbon. Here you will get a more stable unilate when you abstract proton from this one. So you will get more stable unilate. So here there is abstraction of proton from this carbon. But if you take lithium diisopropyl amide, The approaching of lithium diisopropyl amide to this carbon is very difficult, but this one can easily approach methyl group. So there is abstraction of proton from methyl group in presence of lithium diisopropyl amide. So in presence of methoxide, you will get this intermediate. So this is Mg and this is a bromine, and here you will get carbanion. And this carbanion attacks on the bromine, and there is a nucleophilic substitution reaction, SN2 type of reaction, and there is a formation of ring, and you will get this compound. That is this compound. And when you take lithium diisopropyl amide, in this case, you will get this intermediate. Here there is a abstraction of proton from methyl group, so you will get CH2 minus, and here also there is a nucleophilic substitution reaction. This CH2 minus attacks on bromine, and there is a removal of bromine from the carbon. So here there is a cyclization, and you will get this compound. So the correct option is C. The precursor required for the obtaining ethyl 2-oxocyclohexane carboxylate. This is our product, 2-oxocarboxylate. Okay, this is the product we have to get, COOET, and at second position there is a C double bond O. Okay, here how many carbons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. To get beta keto esters, it's a intramolecular Claisen conjugation or Dickmann conjugation. To perform intramolecular Claisen conjugation or Dickmann conjugation, the molecule should have two ester groups. So this one is not correct. This one has two ester groups, but the number of carbons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 only. So this one is not correct. Here we have to get 7 carbons, and this one has only one ester group. This one cannot perform Claisen conjugation, and here this one has two ester groups, and when there is a conjugation between these two ester groups, you will get beta keto ester. So this one will give the 2-oxocyclohexane hexane carboxylate. When you treat with C2H5O minus, first there is a formation of carbanion at this position or at this position, and this one attacks on CO2ET, and there is a cyclization. After that, there is a removal of OET. You will get keto group at this position. So this is the correct option. The major product obtained in the ozonolysis of 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexene followed by reductive workup, zinc and ethanoic acid. So this is the compound which is given 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexene. This is 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexene. When you perform reductive ozonolysis, simply there is a breaking of cleavage of double bond, C double bond C, and there is a insertion of oxygens. So you will get this molecule. And here there is a keto group, and here there is a CHO group. So when you give numbering 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the correct one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At the fifth position there is a methyl group. Here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At fifth position there is a methyl and CHO. So this is the correct option. The major product found in the following transformation is the major product found in the following transformation is. Here this N can be written as, okay, you can written this structure as this is the C double bond 4. Here we have 1, 2, 3 carbons. We have 1, 2, and 3, and here there is a nitrogen, single bond, triple bond, and this one gets a positive charge, and this nitrogen gets negative charge, and this nitrogen attacks on the C double bond 4. These electrons moves like this. So you will get this intermediate. And here there is a O minus, and you have 3 carbons, 1, 2, 3, and the fourth one nitrogen, and there is a formation of bond between nitrogen and there is carbon, and this nitrogen N triple bond N, and this one has positive charge. Here, when these electrons moving, here there is a removal of nitrogen, and you will get nitrogen intermediate. This is a nitrogen intermediate we will get. This is a nitrogen intermediate we will get. Nitrogen here, carbon, 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 and this one is carbon. This is the intermediate we will get. And when these electrons comes like this, and this sigma electrons moves electron deficient nitrogen. So you will get finally, here there is a formation of bond between this nitrogen and this carbon. This ring expansion will be taking place. So this ring expansion will be taking place. So finally you will get this molecule. Okay, this is an application of Boyer-Schmidt Abbe reaction. Okay, this is a named reaction. In this reaction, there is a rearrangement takes place. Identify the major product in the following reaction is. It's a nucleophilic substitution reaction, SN1 type of reaction. First, there is a hydrolysis. Since we are taking polar protic water, solvent we are taking only. So there is a hydrolysis. There is a formation of less stable carbocation, primary carbocation. Again, there is a methyl shift. So there is a formation of more stable carbocation. Here there is a formation of tertiary carbocation. After that, there is a attacking of water on carbocation, and there is a formation of OH at this position. So the correct option will be B. The most stable conformation of the major product formed in the following reaction is. Here we will get the thermodynamically more stable product in case of when you treat with this keto with lithium aluminum hydride. In this case, this is the structure, and this one is at equatorial position, tertiary butyl at the equatorial position, and this one. This lithium aluminum hydride, the hydride attacks from axial side, so there is a formation of OH in equatorial position. When OH at equatorial position, this one is more stable. So the major product will be OH at equatorial position. So this is the correct option. The major product formed in the following transformation is, okay, when you treat with MCPBA, metachlorocarbbenzoic acid, here there is a epoxidation of double bond takes place. Here, the epoxidation is below to the plane of tertiary butoxide. The tertiary butoxide is above the plane, so MCPBA approaches below to the plane, and there is epoxidation takes place below to the plane. So here you will get this one is since the bulky group is above the plane, so the epoxidation will be below the plane. Next to this one can act as a nucleophile. This one attacks here. When this one attacks above the plane, this one gets into below the plane. So Mu2NH is above the plane, and this OH will be below the plane. So which one is the correct option? This one is above, OH is below, and Mu2NH is Mu2N is above the plane. So C is the correct option. A compound upon oxidation using excess of K1 gives a molecule each of formic acid, malonic acid, and acetone. The structure of the compound is, if the structure contains double bond CH2, that one will be converted into COOH. The structure contains CHR, that one will be converted into RCOOH. If the structure contains CR2, then it will be converted into R2C double bond O, keto group. If the structure contains at least one hydrogen at double bond carbon, that one will be converted into COOH. Suppose if you take this one, here there is a piece of double bond and there is a formation of, this one is CH2, so there is a formation of formic acid HCOOH, and this one will be converted into COOH. So here also there is a cleavage, so this one will be converted into COOH. So here you will get COOH, and here also there is a formation of COOH. And this one will be converted into acetone. This is a molecule you will get. So when you treat the molecule D with KMnO4, excess amount of KMnO4, you will get formic acid, malonic acid, and also acetone. Identify the most appropriate reagent X in the following reaction. Here there should be esterification. First we have to convert carboxylic acid into alcohol, and next there is a esterification reaction. So in order to convert COOH into CH2OH, what is the best reagent? This is the best reagent for the conversion of COOH into CH2OH. Okay, diborane dissolved in PHF. This reagent is very good reagent for the conversion of carboxylic acids into alcohols. So here there is a conversion of this one into alcohols. So here there is a Cl and this one CH2OH, and here we have C double bond O M. And next there is a attack of this one, is alcohol at this one, and there is a removal of OMe, and there is a esterification reaction takes place. So D is the correct option. The product of the following reaction is when you treat with hydroiodic acid, this one first there is a conversion of this oxide into OH and OH. In presence of HiO4, this diol will be converted into, there is a cleavage, this diol will be converted into CHO and CHO. Okay, here there is a CC bond cleavage and OH will be converted into CHO. The reagent which is the source of nitrogen in the Gabriel synthesis of amino. So there is a Gabriel thalomide synthesis. In Gabriel thalomide synthesis, we use potassium thalomide. This is the potassium thalomide, which is the reagent used in Gabriel thalomide synthesis. N minus K plus. When you treat with alkyl halide, there is a nucleophilic substitution reaction, and there is a alkylation at nitrogen takes place. So you will get N or upon hydrolysis you will get R and H. The product X in the following reaction is, here we have a trifluoroacetic anhydride. This reagent is very useful for the acylation of COOH group. Here there is a Friedel-Crafts acylation of COOH group in presence of a trifluoroacetic anhydride. Simply this one forms a CO plus, and this CO plus attacks on this carbon, and there is a electrophilic substitution of CO plus on benzene ring, and there is a formation of this ring. So this is the correct option. Simply it's a Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction of carboxylic acids in presence of trifluoroacetic anhydride. The reagent that can perform the following transformation is, simply there is a conversion of acid chloride into aldehyde. If you take NaBH4, this one converts acid chlorides into alcohol, CH2OH. NaH, there is no reaction. And lithium aluminum tertiary butoxide hydride, this bulky hydride can convert acid chloride into aldehyde. There is no further reduction of aldehyde into alcohol. So this one stops acid chlorides, this one stops acid chlorides at aldehyde, and this one prevents the conversion of acid chlorides into alcohols. And lithium aluminum hydride is very reactive, very active hydride. So this one converts COCl into CH2OH. What is the correct option? Lithium aluminum tertiary oxide hydride. The 2-pentane on reduction with the sodium dissolved in ammonia provides. Sodium dissolved in ammonia, this one converts alkynes into alkanes. There is a formation of trans-alkanes. Trans-alkanes. So let's take 2-pentane. This is CH3, C triple bond, C, CH2, and this is the 2-pentane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When you treat with sodium dissolved in liquid ammonia, here there is a formation of C double bond C, and there is a formation of trans alkene. This is the alkene you will get. So what is the correct option? A is the correct option. Identify the products obtained from the following reaction. It's a reductive ozonolysis. Simply, there is a cleavage of CC bond, and here there is a oxygen. You can, and here there is oxygen. So finally, you will get CH3CHO, and this one is CH2CHO. So this one is 2-phenyl ethanol. This is the product you will get, and the CH2 and the CHO. 1, 2. There is a 2-phenyl ethanol, and there is a formation of ethanol. This is the ethanol, CH3, C double bond OH. So this is the correct option. Ozonolysis of a given molecule X provides the product Y and acetone. The IUPAC name of Y is. Here there is a, here we are taking reductive ozonolysis. When there is no mention of what type of ozonolysis, we have to take reductive ozonolysis. Here oxygen you will get, here oxygen. So this molecule will be converted into acetone, and the remaining will be, this is the molecule you will get, this one is CHO, and CHO 1, 2, 3, at third position 1, 2, 3, there is a methyl group, and here this is the OH. We have to give numbering from this side 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there is a 5 hydroxy 3 methyl pentanol, and in this, what is the configuration at the asymmetric center? Here hydrogen is below to the plane, this one is above the plane, and this one is below the plane. When you give numbering, CHO gets first priority, here this one gets first priority, and next this one gets second priority, and the methyl gets third priority, and the hydrogen gets fourth priority. When you connect first, second, and third, there is a clockwise direction, and hydrogen is below the plane, so the configuration is R. The product obtained in the following reaction is, it's an application of Boyer-Smith-Abbe rearrangement reaction. In presence of trifluoroacetic acid, here there is a attacking of nitrogen. This can be written as N minus single bond and triple bond, and here there is a attacking of this nitrogen on carbonyl carbon, and there is a formation of 5-member ring, here 4 minus, here, and this one is attached with N triple bond, and this one has positive charge. In between we have 3 carbons, 1, 1, 2, 3, and this is the intermediate we will get. After that, there is a removal of nitrogen, so we will get O minus here, and here there is a nitrogen, 1, 2, 3 carbons are there, and when these electrons comes like this, these electrons moves towards nitrogen, nitrogen, electron deficient nitrogen, and here there is a ring expansion, so you will get C double bond O ring has 6 atoms, and this one has 5. So finally you will get this compound. When there is a rearrangement of this carbon, this CC bond towards nitrogen, here there is a formation of bond between this carbon and this nitrogen, and here you will get this product. The most appropriate product obtained in the following reaction is, the reagent is 9-bora bicyclonate 9-BBN. It's a bulky organoborane. When you treat alkane with the bulky organoboron such as 9 bbn, there is a conversion of alkyne into alkene and there is a addition of hydrogens in syn manner. So here there is a formation of alkene and there are two hydrogens. First there is a formation addition of H and here there is addition of B. And after treating with acetic acid, there is a removal of B and in place of B you will get hydrogen. Finally, there is a syn addition of hydrogens will be taking place when you treat with 9 bbn and acetic acid. So this is the correct option. The most appropriate reagent for the conversion of hexanoic acid to hexane 1 diol is. It's a conversion of carboxylic acid RCOOH into RCH2OH. So for this conversion, what is the best reagent? This is the best reagent. Diborane dissolved in THF. This is the best reagent for the conversion of carboxylic acids into alcohols. The most appropriate reagents to carry out the following transformation is. Here there is a partial oxidation of alcohols into aldehyde. Okay, for partial oxidation of alcohols into aldehyde, we have to use the pyridinium chlorochromate. This is a PCC. This one is a reagent which is used for the partial oxidation of alcohols into aldehydes. Suppose if you take KMnO4 or CrO3, there is a complete oxidation of alcohols into carboxylic acids. So this is the correct reagent. 1 mole of a compound with molecular formula C9H16 upon ozonosis gives 1 mole of each of acetone, formaldehyde and levanaldehyde. The compound is. To form acetone, the molecule should have a C double bond, here CH3 and CH3. And to form aldehyde, the molecule should have this fragment, CH2 double bond C. Suppose if you take 2,6-dimethyl hepta 1,5-diene, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 diene, and 2 methyl, and also 6 methyl. Okay, when you perform reductive ozonosis, simply there is a cleavage of CC bond, here there is oxygen, here there is oxygen. Here also there is a cleavage of CC bond, here there is oxygen, and here there is oxygen. And here there is a formation of acetone. This one gives acetone, and this one gives formaldehyde, and the remaining will give levanaldehyde. This is the levanaldehyde, C double bond O and methyl, and this one is the levanaldehyde. So this is the correct option. The flowing conversion is best achieved with. Here we have taken carboxylic acids, we have to convert carboxylic acids into ketone. So when you treat two equivalent of alkyl lithiums, suppose if you take carboxylic acid RCOOH, and when you treat two equivalents of alkyl lithium, this one will be converted into, let's take R dash, this one will be converted into ketone. So what is the correct option? If you take 2 moles of N-butyl lithium, this carboxylic acid will be converted into ketone. The compound that does not give tertiary alcohol upon the reaction with excess of ethyl magnesium bromide. So when you treat alkyl magnesium halides, okay, with the formaldehyde, let's say formaldehyde, so this one gives primary alcohols. If you take any aldehyde other than formaldehyde, this one gives secondary alcohol. And the ketone, this one gives tertiary alcohol with alkyl magnesium halide. And also formates. If you take esters, if you take formates, this one give secondary alcohol, and the remaining esters will give tertiary alcohol. Okay. We have to find out which are ketones. Here 3,3-dimethyl hexane 2,1, it's a ketone, so this one gives tertiary alcohol. Hexane 2,1, this one also gives tertiary alcohol. Ethyl benzoate, okay, the ester other than formate, they can give tertiary alcohols. So this one gives tertiary alcohol. Ethyl formate, this one cannot give tertiary alcohol. This one can give secondary alcohol. The product formed in the following reaction is, okay, when you treat with phenyl magnesium bromide, this one will be converted into, first this one will be converted into, there is a pH, and here this one will be converted into OH. When you treat with H3PO4, there is a dehydration, removal of OH and H, so you will get alkene. This is the alkene. When you treat with O3 in H2O2, there is oxidative ozonolysis. In oxidative ozonolysis, this one will be converted into keto group, but this one will be converted into, when there is a hydrogen at this position, this one will be converted into carboxylic acid. So you will get COOH here, and here you will get C double bond O. So this is the correct option. The major product in the following reaction is cyclopropane. The chemical properties of cyclopropane are similar to the alkanes. They can perform electrophilic addition reactions. So in presence of concentrated H2SO4, there is a hydration takes place in the cyclopropane. So there is a formation of this one. There is a ring opening and there is a formation of this molecule. The reagent system used for the following transformation is, here terminal alkane we have to convert into aldehyde. Suppose if we use HgSO4 1 equivalent and H plus, this one converts terminal alkynes into, here there is a addition of OH, and here there is a addition of H, and there is a double bond. This one will be converted into ketone. Here there is a keto inert automerization. This one converted into ketone. But if you take this reagent, bulky boranes, if you take, here there is an addition of BH2 here. Here there is an addition of B, this fragment B, and this fragment will be added here. And here there is an addition of hydrogen. And there is a double bond between these two. And when you treat with H2O2 in place of NaOH, in place of boron, you will get OH. This is the OH and double bond. Here there is a hydrogen. And there is a keto inert automerization. Finally, you will get aldehyde. So what is the correct option? This reagent is very, very suitable for the transformation of this alkane into aldehyde. The product of the following reaction is, when you treat with the secondary amine with HNO2, there is a formation of NO. So this is the correct option. Suppose if you take primary amine RNH2, when you treat with HNO2, there is a formation of diazotization, there is a formation of RN2 plus. When you treat with secondary amine, there is a formation of N. In coming video, I will explain the part 2 of reagents. Thank you.